Welcome, John. Another week of it.
How are you doing, John? You
Not too
well?
bad. How are you?
Grand. Can't complain.
Can't complain. Looking forward to Christmas.
Yeah, I suppose getting into the spirit of it now. The centre's just
Centre's
kind of been
like
done up.
Santa's grotto anyway.
Yeah.
Fair to the lads, you know.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, the dwarf and Santa.
Yeah. So this year we always try and better each year. I suppose, like with kind of gaudy decorations.
But no, it's nice. No,
it's
nice to welcome people in.
Yeah.
You know, it's lovely to welcome people in, and a lot of people look forward to it then as well. So it's great. Yeah. You know,
brings a bit of cheer.
So what's on the agenda today?
Yeah, I suppose with Christmas coming, Christmas we know isn't for everyone, and people can have low moments and miss people that are gone at Christmas. So I suppose we were talking to one of our tutors, who's Sandra O'Malley, who teaches a lot of our mindfulness classes and self-care.
Very good.
So she produced this little document about mindfulness at Christmas, and I thought it'd be nice to kind of just talk about the things you can do to look after yourself around this time of year when it's tough for some people.
It is tough for some people.
Honest.
You know.
So, self-care and compassion. So I suppose what she means by that is self-care is looking after oneself, and compassion isn't just for others, but if you do a good turn for somebody, it makes you feel good as well. There's almost a selfish element to it, but when you do something good for someone, the benefits you get,
you do feel better.
You do feel better.
You do actually feel better. Yeah.
So self-care is, she says, is me too, not me first. So in other words, like, you look after everyone around you, and you're part of that as well. Because especially with family life and all that.
Yeah.
So she was saying, like, some of the things you can do are to take a pause, ask yourself these few questions. Am I sleeping well? Am I eating well? Most of the time at Christmas. Yeah. Am I getting fresh air? What is important to me this Christmas? Kind of having an answer for that and being able to kind of,
a lot of people,
what is important? Family? Is it time off? Is it rest and relaxation?
Yeah.
Who do I want to spend time with? Is there people that you could do without being around? Say if you have somebody who's fond of alcohol, should you really be hanging around with other fellas that are fond of alcohol, or should you be kind of trying to spend it with the people that count, like your family?
That's it. Yeah.
So how much is my budget for Christmas?
That's a big one, though.
That's a big one, and a lot of people get themselves in hock into money lenders, and the credit card bills come in, and January can be a very tough time for people.
Very, very hard time to get back on track.
And I think with a gift, it's the thought that counts. It really, really does. So. Don't have to kind of impress people with the size of the gift, the cost of the gift.
No.
So just to keep within your budget. So, have you told people what you would like this Christmas? Was a question, have you? Ferrari. See how you go. See how you roll.
A box set, John. Those Matchbox ones.
I was going to say, see how you roll up after January when we're back. So are you giving yourself a break this Christmas? So when you are off, are you taking time for yourself? Are you relaxing?
You need that.
Charging batteries,
You need to charge the batteries.
Yeah.
You need
not just physically, emotionally.
No, emotionally as well, yeah. You need to charge them and take some you time or me time, exactly. As I say. Yeah.
Because this place, we're hard work, John. We're hard work. We need a break from each other.
Oh, there's a couple of fellas hard work now. Even one of our IT people there, Patrick, alongside us. He's been a hard work, John.
Yeah, he's hard work. Yeah.
No.
He's in the room.
He's okay.
He's all right.
He's in the room, John.
So, are you putting yourself on the list too? So, are you kind of making sure that you're kind of available to people? Are you available for people, especially to look after you? Make yourself,
a small bit vulnerable at times. I think you have to.
Allowing people in. I suppose.
Yeah, and we probably don't do that a lot.
No.
Especially as Christmases have gone on a bit.
No.
I know years ago Christmases were people were stretched, very, very stretched for money, as we are again.
Yeah.
But material things, unfortunately,
they don't bring happiness.
They don't bring happiness.
No.
You can have everything in the world, and it doesn't bring you happiness.
They're like bandages.
Yeah, they're covering over the crack.
That's all.
Yeah,
happiness is people and spending time and
your family
with your family and
people
friends, that care.
People that care for you.
So again, mindfulness always goes back to what you can and can't control. So we like to think we can control how things will go in order to keep everyone happy and make sure everything goes perfectly. In reality, we have very little control how things work out. So you remember to focus on what you can control and not to try and let go of what you can't. So things you can't control are the past. So dwelling on the past is very, very unhealthy. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Obviously, you can
that either.
No, but you can lay foundations with your health. Doing good things. All right, but realistically, the future is the future.
Yeah.
So it's all about being mindfulness is always about being present anyway. It's always
Yeah.
about being here, aware of what's going on, mindful eating, enjoying the here and the now. You know, trying not to stress out about what could be around the corner because
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
And
Yeah.
what you've done in the past, forgive yourself, move on.
That's it. You have to move
you
on.
know.
Move on.
So some of the things are, Sandra was putting together this lovely booklet, are out of our control would be other people's feelings. Now, obviously, unless you've affected them in a big
that's
way,
it, yeah. But
you can kind of be mindful
Yeah.
about how you deal with people.
But you cannot help what people
No.
think of you anyway. So,
No.
unfortunately, that's out. You know.
The past is there. So, what other people think, especially of yourself, I mean,
Yeah, but
like,
that's actually.
I
another
think
one.
the older you get now, and you kind of care less about that. Do you know, when you're younger,
yeah.
it's all about fitting in. It's
Yeah.
like first day at school.
Yeah,
The
you
other
like to be
kids,
liked.
will the other kids like
Yeah.
me? There's an element to that with people that come in and start their classes and
Yeah.
they come in and they're like, you know, even though they might be older, they still want people. You still
Yeah.
want to be liked,
That's
but
what
it's
the
not
fear is
as
still
prevalent.
there. Yeah, no, it's not prevalent anymore.
No.
You just get on with it. You know.
No, but there's a small bit. So, but you can't control it really. You can't control the weather. Should we know that? Other people's responses, people that think before
Yeah.
or speak before they think, can't control the future, as we spoke about, or other people's actions. So
Which
you
we can't.
you might as well not worry about
Don't
that.
worry about them. Yeah.
So, Sandra was saying, in our own control are our words, our actions, choices we make, whether or not we ask for help.
Which is a big thing.
And our own boundaries, we can
Yeah.
create boundaries, which is good because some
Which is
people
good.
don't get boundaries.
No.
And our own self-care, like even like even if you ever, like when you have a hot shower and you whatever, you might have a shave and you kind of feel better about
You do feel
yourself.
better.
You do
Yeah.
feel cleaner and better
Yeah.
about yourself.
You do feel better.
So just looking after yourself, but not
Yeah.
even physically, I suppose.
Well, if you've something in the new year that you're worried about, maybe you might have a slight pain here or there. Make it that in your resolution to go to the doctor
Yeah,
and just get blood tests.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You know.
you feel good.
Because
You're
everyone
on,
over 50 should be getting blood tests.
get your
anyway,
NCT,
probably once a year.
your own
Yeah.
NCT.
It's like, we get our cars done, so why not our bodies?
no,
you know?
it is good, and you
It is
feel
good.
better then when they come back and you think that's another year.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to worry too
Yeah.
much.
You know.
Not that you should be over worrying about it.
No, but
To breed.
Yeah.
John.
One thing that happens to us when we get stressed is we forget to breathe.
Yeah.
We start to take very short breaths into the top of our lungs. This can send a signal to our bodies that all is not okay and I need to get ready for fight or flight. It can also lead to an imbalance of oxygen, carbon dioxide in our blood, which can lead to feelings of panic, inability to concentrate or make decisions, among other symptoms. So this can lead to more stress and it's a vicious cycle.
And that then, of course, can form into panic attacks. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a knock-on effect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one way to help slow this down a bit, slow down your breathing, I suppose even just a bit, is concentrating on your breath, and it's useful for two reasons. So it's a distraction for your brain, moving it away from the thing that was causing stress in the first place, and slowing down your breath sends a signal to your body that all is okay. I no longer need to be in flight or fight mode. I can return to rest and digest, where I feel calmer and more in control. So some of the mindful breathing exercises are belly breathing. So you sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Inhale deeply, allowing your belly to rise as your lungs fill up with air. You exhale slowly, feeling your belly fall. Repeat, focusing on the sensation of your belly rising and falling. The other thing is box breathing. So
No, John, box breathing.
I didn't hear
No.
this one myself. Inhale for the count of 4. Hold your breath for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. And you repeat that.
Keep
as well.
repeating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mindful breathing. So you breathe normally, but you focus on the feeling of the breath entering your nose or mouth and filling up your lungs. Notice all the sensations that arise. When your mind wanders gently, bring your focus back to your breath. And the other one is a 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. So it's notice and pay attention to 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. So they're
Even
kind of
s-
little exercises.
Even you're reading those things out, John. They are actually relaxing.
Yeah, I was kind of getting a bit drowsy.
We're going to come out there, John.
Yeah. So the Christmas affirmations that we should give ourselves, little kind of pep talks, little
Yeah.
kind of. So for your talking to yourself now, I release any expectations and I enjoy the present moment. That is true.
Yeah.
I choose peace and calm over perfection, because you can strive for perfection. You just
You're never
get
going to
it.
reach
No,
it. Yeah.
no. And find joy in the simple moments. I cannot please everyone. I am not a bar of chocolate. That's a good
Bar
one.
of chocolate, John, you'll be eight.
That's true. Everyone likes a bar of chocolate, you see.
Everyone likes bar of chocolate.
So breathe. That's how I'll get through it. And some of those exercises we just spoke about.
That's one of the big things, I think, John, is it breathing techniques?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because,
That seems to be in a lot of cultures as well,
Yeah.
outside of like the Asian cultures and stuff like.
it is
breathing
from the
exercise.
core, isn't it? The
Yeah,
breathing,
from the core,
from
yeah.
the breath, from
Yeah. Gratitude changes everything. I will look for the things to be grateful in my life today. Instead of, I suppose, thinking, all right, we don't have a Ferrari, but you may have somebody in your life you care about, or just to see the good in everything.
And one big thing actually is to, and anyone that's gone through a bit of sickness or stuff like that, is to have your health. Is probably one
health
of the
is
biggest
your
things.
wealth, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
There's,
So instead of focusing on the past where you were probably when I was ill, but now I have my health
You're
back.
well again, and
you're well
it's,
again. And that's something to be grateful for. And you don't need spirituality. I suppose that's a form of spirituality. You don't need religion, I should say.
You don't need
So it doesn't matter where you're coming from on the religious spectrum.
No, it's just
you can be spiritual without being religious, I suppose. So whatever makes me happy does not require the approval of anyone but me. It won't always feel difficult. Things will get better, I suppose.
Yeah.
I will try not to get stressed by things outside my control.
Which is a big thing, I think.
Yeah.
With all of us, I think, at times.
Because it's wasted.
Yeah.
And isn't it?
That thing might never happen.
It didn't say that about anger. Anger is like depression faced in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like that. What's the terminology? Or is it depression?
I think it's anger in this.
Something. It suits no one only.
It doesn't.
It's wasted emotion.
It's wasted emotion, and it's doing damage to yourself as well. You're in the core, so.
I will surround myself with those who bring out the best in me, not the stress in me. Though they do say things like if there's someone toxic in your life, and I don't mean just a negative ninny or anything like that, but somebody that's truly toxic.
Yeah.
So there are people out there that are like vampires that soak up your energy and soak up your good karma and kudos, whatever. Yeah. And they're not good people to be around. Like it's like if a fella's trying to give up the drink, don't hang around with barflies. Do you know?
That's right. Yeah.
That kind of.
Because you're not going to be able to give it up.
No.
You have to.
So you have to take those people out of your.
Yeah. You have to.
I promise to treat myself with love and kindness today, and that can be anything. It could be just taking time out, watching a match.
Be so hard on yourself.
Don't be so hard. Don't beat yourself up over.
Don't beat yourself up over something. Everyone is human. You're there to make mistakes, and the main thing is to not beat yourself up and try again. As I said, a lot of when we were younger going to school, the teachers would actually tell us if you couldn't get through a problem when you were doing your homework, maybe sleep in it.
That's a good tactic.
You might hit it then from another angle in the morning and something,
But even I would use that as well. If I have often in the job, if I have, say, I'm angry about somebody or somebody's done something that I need to kind of, say something didn't work out, you wouldn't reply straight away. You give it 24 hours and you have more clarity and you're more clear in what you want to say. Even if something really went against you or someone's wronged you or whatever. Just wait. That's a good tactic for a lot of things.
That's a good thing, John. Yeah,
so you made a good point there.
Because when you react straight away, it probably makes the problem bigger for yourself.
Well, it's emotive. It's emotive.
Yeah, and it's also
it sounds emotive.
Health-wise, it's not great. Mental health-wise, it's not great.
But it sounds, once you take emotion out as well, like it sounds more clear and you're more structured, rather than just this kind of emotional outburst. And knee-jerk reaction.
As we said as well, there's another thing in here. A perfect Christmas. There's no such thing as a perfect Christmas.
No.
It's not possible either. There's no such thing as a perfect person.
No. You kind of look at some of the imperfections are laughed at on. You say, remember the time the roast potatoes were black?
That's right, and that's the funny side.
You'd be laughing at it.
That's the funny side.
They're the things you remember, not that they were lovely.
Not that they were lovely. No, the turkey wasn't done properly and it was whipped off the table or something like that.
We're imperfect, so
but that's it. But these things happen,
people,
and people are under pressure to try and get the dinner right, especially our wives, partners, and things like that. Whoever's serving the dinner for the day, they're under pressure to try and get the dinner right, and especially if you visitors.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Do you get involved in are you a good cook? Do you get
I'm alright, John, but Paula looks after she's the main cook. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. So we just
I won't ask whether it's nice or not because you'll have to give
it's beautiful, John.
Yeah, of course it is.
Ronnie, I know, John, I'll tell you after. John.
I do the cooking at home and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, we'll say no
There's
more,
a reason.
Say no more, John.
She doesn't listen to this occasionally.
No, she does, Jan, at times, money as well, John, is a big problem at Christmas.
It is.
As you said earlier on in the show, it's
yeah.
the money lenders taking extra loans out and
trying to match the neighbours.
Neighbours, kids, and
dressing the kids to the nines.
We'd all love to do that, but it's not possible.
No.
You just have to live within your means and try not to. But the problem is now with other kids put the parents under pressure because there's ads on. Just Halloween was finished there last week or the week
Black
before.
Friday.
Black Friday was up straight away. We're showing our Christmas toys straight away.
Everything.
Yeah.
I know. And half the things have been reduced before, they're just reduced at a different time.
That's right, Joey.
It's the Black Friday, they've created this culture.
To spend
ultra consumerism.
Force people into spending money on things that you don't need. A lot of the time.
Oh, you don't need any of them. Unless you specifically, there was something and it popped up.
Yeah, and you get it
You're buying,
cheap. You get it cheap. Or even a lot of people, what to do with the Black Friday things is they might have a special birthday coming up with someone that the following year, and they'll just get the thing then.
Yeah.
And the Black Friday, and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But that's planning.
That's good planning.
That's
exceptional. I wouldn't be that good at planning now. I'd probably.
Oh, I have friends that January now will be out and buy everything for the following Christmas. Yeah.
They're very
organised.
Disciplined kind of a person.
Very organised. Yeah. Very organised now.
Were they in the army before? No. Just very disciplined. I couldn't be that disciplined. No.
This lady's very, very disciplined. Okay. So she's
very good.
But as I said, not everyone can do that.
No.
And the same like when I was growing up, Christmas started 2 weeks before Christmas.
That's right.
It's starting in November now.
Ah, yeah. We're well into it here.
So it is hard on people trying to care for people and buy presents for them and everything, and the closer you get to Christmas, the more.
Yeah, but imagine you have like 5 or 6 kids. People have 3 or 4, even 3 or 4 kids, and they all have they're looking for a PlayStation 5 and they're looking for this and that and maybe an iPhone or whatever. I mean, you've not a regular job and you've a mortgage, and and then you don't want to let your kids down because they're trying to keep up with the other kids. It's vicious cycle, and you're in debt. And then the new year, you want new beginnings. People are giving up this and that and trying to be good, but you're already in a negative kind of financial state.
Financial state. And your money's already just after Christmas, just as And by the time you have it paid off, it's probably the following Christmas again, and you're taking the loan.
And there you go, never-ending cycle.
It's never-ending.
No, you're doing work to pay.
But
that's where your mindfulness comes in.
That's it. That's the thing. Like it's easy to say but even the thing with the PlayStations, that should be just one present in fairness. But kids want more.
They brought out a professional version, a pro version of the PlayStation, and it upgrades the graphics. But people were trying to get rid of their previous one. Now it's not a different console by any means, and they're €800 and something, and they don't even come with a disc drive.
Yeah,
and you can buy that separate and all, and it's just like that's the price. That used to be the price of a second-hand car.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Yeah,
it's just the expectations are too
high. I remember you go shouldn't be probably talking about it, but you go Christmas and €20. That's what, or £20. You go out, you get a disc out of it, a couple of points over, and a meal afterwards. Those days are well gone now, then.
I was thinking that's a long time ago.
Well, I'm a lot older than you, then. Back in the day, we had to paper off my sandwiches. So
Jumpers for goalposts.
That's it. But loneliness is another big one, John.
Oh, if you have a neighbour, maybe check in on them and just see how they are. Like, especially older people who might have lost. As you could become the oldest as well. Most of the people have gone already.
They have gone, unfortunately.
And that's
the way of life.
It's
just
even just a phone call, a chat.
That's it. Just a friendly face.
Because there are people out there that don't have anyone, they've no support, and that's why people often end up in retirement homes too young because they don't have that network of support like we do, Aging Plus here, the minor home repair. That helps keep people, because even changing a light bulb, putting up a curtain rail and stuff, but they could be the things that get people down. I can't do that anymore, I might as well move into a residential home. But if we're out there doing a friendly call once a week and making sure that their grass is cut, that might give them the spark to say, you know what, I'm still self-reliant, I'm a little bit of support and I can still and they're taking stress off the HSE and all this and all, the government and all that, but they're essentially living more independent lives. So even neighbours popping in saying hello, using support services like ourselves, that's
a necessity, I think, for people, because
I think so.
even just someone that, as you said, just call in, just say hello, which we do here as well.
Yeah.
They might need nothing done, like, and
No.
they'll the two boys will call out and just have might have a cup.
So people go into the old folks home because it's because they're lonely as well. Like they all have someone to talk to anyway. But you know,
yourself, even sitting down.
You're always better living at home.
My father-in-law was like that. Sitting down and match, he was so used to talking to people to say, well, what a goal or what the rugby or whatever. And then eventually you're watching a match on your own, and you're turning to say that was a good score, and there's no one there. Like, so that's when the loneliness must really click in, and it is a lonely time for people.
It is. So to be aware that not everyone likes Christmas. I know one or two people that come in through here and they mention that themselves. So
they just want Christmas.
They try and keep a brave face, but to be, I suppose a lot of it's based around too much partying as well. You'd be more conscious of other people's feelings and but it is a good time. I don't drink myself, but if you do like a drink, you do it mindfully, I suppose. Like, you don't want to be waking up Christmas Day and you're not looking forward to your dinner because you're sick and stuff. That's right. And that's probably, I know we were all young and probably overdone it at times.
But Christmas is a big time year for young people. But
I wouldn't want to be hungover Christmas Day now. Kids and stuff like that. No, I don't want that.
It's too much. It's family time, as you said.
Exactly.
We learnt it, but.
It's for putting together all those intricate little ties.
That's right. That you get.
You don't want to be hungover doing that.
No. The Meccano sets and everything else. They're gone now as well. But
I've had some bad ones of you to put together over the years.
Yeah. I had a plan one time we got together, John. And,
did you spare parts when it was put together?
I had 3 or 4 screws, John.
I've had spare parts.
Yeah, they went into a press somewhere anyway, John.
Didn't come with spare parts, no.
No, John, everything was set for where it was.
But there was spare parts.
There was spare parts. Miraculous, John.
The rattle pram.
No, that's a very, very good point today, John.
And to thank Sandra Malley for putting it together for us, who teaches lots of classes.
Fantastic, Sandra. No, she's a
star.
We've done mindfulness with her. The whole centre, we've done that with her, class with her, and she's absolutely brilliant. Lovely person as well, which makes it easier. And you'd actually listen to her all day when she's speaking to you. In fairness to her, probably not like us, John, but.
No,
Sandra.
Probably not.
We must try and get her on the show sometime, John.
She'd love to do it, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say she'd do it.
Get at the right time when she's when she's not working and things like that, John. Well, John, it's been a fantastic show today, John.
Thanks, John.
Thanks very much for going to to Sandra as well for.
Thank you
for going to the bottom of that. We hope we've helped a couple of people out there, and Christmas is to be looked forward to rather than being dreaded. But the main thing is for a lot of people, I think, is. Don't look back in the past with happy memories.
I thought you were going to say don't look back in anger, like the Oasis are back now. Are we plugging them? Okay, no.
Are we plugging them, John?
I didn't know.
You like Oasis anyway, don't you?
I did, the first 2 albums. After that I got a bit bored. I'm going off on a tangent here now. I'm going to leave you say goodbye, John. I'm sorry about that.
So we'd like to thank St Mary's for letting John and myself on the airwaves, representing them, and also Limerick City Community Radio as well.
Thank you.
For letting us air. And all the listeners as well, all 1.5 from John.
Well, Patrick's in the room with us.
Patrick's
that's one. I think he tuned out though, and he's right next to us.
He's glazed over all right now, John.
Yeah.
You asleep there, Patrick?
He's like an alligator in the swamp, the film goes over your eyes. You don't know. Yeah.
But we'd like to thank everyone for listening, if there is anyone out there. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks. John, thanks very much for that, John.
Thank you.
All the best.
Bye.